Hello and welcome back to season 2, episode 3 of Awaken Magic. I am your host, Joanne, and today we are going to be talking about probably, I would say it's one of my biggest pet peeves since I've entered the community of the craft. Let's just say that. I just want to let you know before we even begin, if you're new here, I welcome you just as I welcome all of my return listeners, and know that this is a safe space. Everybody here, you can talk about whatever you'd like. You want to ask me questions, please just feel free. Reach out to me at awakenmagick with the K at gmail.com. If there is a topic that you would like for me to cover, please feel free to email that as well. You can also find me at witchytip.com and on Instagram at JRoseApothecary. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's this little short story that I'm going to tell you. And yeah, so as always, guys, just so you know, and if you are new here, I am technologically challenged. Therefore, this is unedited. It is just uncut. It's just me blabbing away. And sometimes I talk in circles because that's what I do. But anyways, I was recently at a fair, indoor fair, and I overheard the people who run the fair say to a vendor, well, the next event that we have, make sure you dress as the witchiest witch you could possibly dress as. And, you know, I don't curse on the podcast. And I want to so badly right now, because my question truly is, what does a witch dress like? And I know what Hollywood says we dress like. And I know what we do dress like when we are not in our mundane clothing. However, you guys would never see that unless you're a part of our tradition. So the age-old question, to me anyway, is what does a witch dress like? Because for all of you who can see me, this is what I dress like, and I'm a witch. I'm a witch for many years now, and this is what I dress like. Just chill, hair up, loungewear, me being me. And when I heard that, I had to laugh at myself, because I was like, I don't know whether or not to be insulted, amused, or go up to this owner or event planner and be like, can you describe what a witch looks like? Because I would love to know. And there's been plenty of times, guys, that I've read up in Salem where I've opened the curtain to my booth and they would be like, oh, I didn't expect you to look like that. I'm like, what? A human? Like, I'm a psychic medium. Like, what do you want me to look like, please? We do not walk around with pointed hats on. We don't. I mean, we could if we wanted to. You know, do I have a lot of black clothing in my wardrobe? Yes, I do. And do I normally wear a black shirt or all black when I'm reading? Yes, I do, because black does absorb negative energy. It absorbs all energies, and it protects me and myself from my body absorbing it from you who may be sitting across from me. But it's normally just like black yoga pants and a black sweater. Like, it's nothing more than that. It's not, I don't normally wear capes. Yes, they're really cool. I think they're amazing. Some of them are very fashionable, and I know many witches who do wear them as a coat. And then when they get inside, they take them off. So it is like one of my biggest, like, I don't know if we would call it a pet peeve, but it's definitely something that gets under my skin when somebody is like, well, you don't look like a witch, or you don't look like a psychic medium. What do we look like? We are people just like everybody else. Do I tell people to come to my event dressed as, and please don't take any offense to this, because I love and I am open to all religions, all practices. I study them, I find them interesting, but do I call someone when I'm having an event at a restaurant and be like, you better be in your best Jewish wear you have? And if you don't show up as the biggest Catholic I know, I you realize that being a witch is a religion. It is not an outfit. It is not. It's not a costume. It's not. And I just am always, so now I feel that from moving forward, the next time I hear that, or the next time I'm told that's not how I envisioned you, that's not what I thought you would look like as a witch, we're like, well, I didn't think you would look like this Christian standing in front of me, but yet here we are. Like, also, I think it's a little rude. Just a little bit. Like, because if I say it like that, the way I just said it, pertaining to other religions, it even feels icky for me to say that because I feel like I'm being like degrading to people for what their beliefs are. And so I'm like, it just doesn't even feel right to me to even say it out loud, but I just needed to say it out loud so that everybody can understand how, in my mind, and I'm not speaking for all witches all over the planet, I'm only speaking from this witch's perspective. I need you to know how ridiculous in my mind it sounds when people say dress like the witchiest witch. Like, I get it. Like, yes, we wear jewelry, we wear rings, we wear talisman, we wear things that protect us, but it doesn't mean that we have a costume on. Each of our rings means something. The same way people would wear a wedding band, it means something. So our crystals that we wear when we're maybe reading or when we're doing ritual or whatever, we're wearing those for a reason. There is a reason that those are on us. It is not because we went to Party City and said, I'm going to look like the witchiest witch that ever witched in the whole land. And I get it. Listen, at certain times of the year, normally it's Halloween time, y'all expect us to come out with brooms and pointy hats and cloaks and all and put on a show. And listen, if I'm getting paid for a show, then that's cool. But if you really want to sit down with me and you want to sit across from me and you want to have a true, real reading, it's going to be with me just being me, because that's who has the gift. It's this person who's sitting in front of you, who's in the sweat clothes, who's just chilling. And yes, do I have a talisman around my neck? Yes, I do. Is it a charged crystal? Yes, it is. Do you know what it's for? No, you don't. Will you ever? No, you won't, because I'm not going to tell you. But this is who you're going to get in front of you when you sit down with me, because that's who I am.
I think people expect like the full witchy costume experience.
I definitely feel with the full witchy costume experience, I definitely feel like it, no offense, comes from Hollywood. It 100% I mean, it's hocus pocus. It's hocus pocus. It's, well, what was that other one that, I mean, and I did love that movie, to be quite honest, but there is another one with Sandra Bullock. Oh my goodness, what is the name of it? It's like dwindling away from me right now, and it's actually, it's not a bad one because they don't quote unquote dress like witches in it, except for at the end when they jump off the roof and they just are able to fly down on an umbrella. I can guarantee you, practical magic, there it is, came back, popped into the head, practical magic. I can bet money that if you gave me an umbrella and had me jump off of a roof, I'm breaking something. I'm breaking something. I cannot do it. I want to be able to do it so bad because I would be, oh my God, so pleased with myself that I was able to fight gravity. But come on, it's such an unrealistic, like, it's cute. It's cute. I'm not saying it's not. Practical magic, actually, for me, it has some realness to it with the fact that she owned an apothecary. So it had like the herbal remedies and the herbal teas. And yes, that is very much real. She also dressed in regular clothing. And who the hell doesn't want a midnight margarita? I mean, why not? But I can tell you this, you don't have to be a witch to have one. And not all witches have one because I don't drink. But I mean, maybe I should start. I don't know, because maybe that's what a witch looks like. I don't know. I don't know, but it's very, to me, it's rude. I will be very honest. To me, it's rude. I just would never look at somebody coming out of a curtain and be like, "Oh, I didn't expect that," or "Oh, you're one of them." One of them. Like, that is such a rude thing to say. And so many of us who practice in any tradition, we are normal people who just believe in a different religion than you. And I'm not speaking for everybody listening to the podcast. Obviously, I may have some witches up in here. I don't know. And tell me if you feel the same way. I mean, I want to hear from my fellow practitioners. I want to know what you guys think about this. So please feel free to DM me on Instagram at JRoseApothecary, or email me at awakenmagick@gmail.com, because I would love your input on this. Because for me, it's rude. And to me, I feel like it's not something nice that you should be saying to somebody, because I would not speak of somebody else's religion that way. As I said in the beginning of the podcast, this is a safe space. So everybody's welcome here from all different walks of life. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you practice. As long as you're a kind human who cares about other kind humans, that's all that I care about, you know? And so I'm going to treat you with that respect, but I'm not going to, I don't know. It's just such a rude thing. And this is what my rant is about on this episode, because I really would love to know what a witch looks like. You know what? Maybe in the upcoming weeks, I think that maybe my marketing specialist and myself should take to the streets and ask people what a witch looks like. I think that that would be, I think this is a great idea, actually. I think that people would enjoy this, and maybe then we'll get some of your feedback, because I want to know. And I'm actually hoping now that when we do that, that I actually run into a witch, so that they can be like me. It's what I look like. And I want you guys to be able to see, because we're going to film it. I want you guys to be able to see what they look like. And that's it. This is what I want to do. I think that this is a great idea. You know, for me, witchcraft, and this is only for me, and this is only from my point of view, is that, you know, as above, so below. So we are very equal, you know, to each and every one of us. As far as humans are concerned, there's always good and bad in both. And for me, with practicing witchcraft, it's a matter of balancing both. It doesn't mean I lean into the dark, but it doesn't mean that I steer away from it. And it doesn't mean I only lean into the light, but it also doesn't mean that I steer away from it. So to me, it's all about having that equality from within. And then also, I'm a nature lover, as long as you don't make me sleep outside. I'm being very honest. Like, I'm all about it. Like, I'll hug the trees. I'll walk barefoot in the grass. I'll do it all, but don't have me camping. I need a shower. Yeah, I am 100% a glamper, but it is, for me, it's nature. It's celebrating the wheel of the year. It's the Sabbats. It's, you know, we just celebrated Beltane recently, and fertilization, and people think fertilization, they think love and sex magic, and it is that. It is that, but it could also be the fertilization of everything that you want to set forth for the upcoming year. So, you know, what is a witch? We're so many, to me, we're so many different things, you know? I mean, we have so many different walks of life really coming together in this belief system of, this is all about nature. This is all about, you know, the underworld. And the underworld doesn't have to be as scary as people think it is. It's actually not, you know. And then the spring, and then you plant the seeds, and it's just like, it's just beautiful. As far as I'm concerned, it's just such a beautiful belief system. And to be a witch, to me, is just, honestly, it's just a part of me. I can't say that it's something that yes, have I learned it? Yes, because I wanted to be a part of a coven. I wanted to be a part of a group. Did I have to be? No, I could have remained a solitary practitioner because I was for a little bit in between my first initiation and then into the new tradition. So I was by myself doing my own thing. But then I was like, no, I want to be a part of a group. I want to come together with like-minded people, and I want to celebrate the Sabbats, and I want to celebrate life, and then we do celebrate death. We celebrate death around Samhain. We have the dumb supper where we honor our ancestors and we sit in absolute silence, and we eat in memory of them. And that to me is like, how can that be bad? And honestly, what I looked like at that dumb supper is exactly what I look like right now, sitting in sweatpants, sitting at the table, eating for my ancestors in their honor, not eating for them, but in their honor, just remembering them, celebrating their life. It's so many different things. And honestly, I do believe, I feel that it's a beautiful religion. I know that there are many religions out there that are beautiful. It suffers in the hands of the human beings who take it and they run with it in different ways, and that's in every single tradition, every single walk of life that you find. As far as religion is concerned, every religious path will have that one person that will just turn it into something that it's not meant to be. Every religion has something quote unquote bad, but like, is the bad really bad? I mean, unless it's abuse, of course, then absolutely not. And I know that there are certain places where that has taken place, but I would say even people who look at it and they're like, oh my gosh, like there's this one place up in Salem it's the Satanic Temple, and people are like, oh my God, we're not going near that place. And it's like, but you don't even know what they actually stand for. They're actually a great organization. And I know some people are going to be like, what? She thinks they're a great organization. But they stand for so many great things and they try to help so many people. It's not what everybody thinks it to be. And where did you come up with that perspective? I know, from a different religion that taught you that was bad, that was not okay, and so it what you view witches as, sometimes you have right in your own backyard. And we're going to talk about that and in the next episode, actually, about places of worship and why I don't go into them. So I do hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And please, please reach out to me and let me know what you think a witch looks like. I need to know. I need to know, because I get stumped. I really do. I get stumped when people tell me to show up as a witch. I am one. What do you mean show up as one? What does that mean? If I put that outfit on for Party City, I am mocking myself and my whole tradition, all of my people, all of my magical family. So please write me, DM me on Instagram at JRoseApothecary. Email me at awakenmagick with a K at gmail.com. Let me know. I want your opinion, and you better stay tuned for that interview, because we are taking to the streets of New York to find out what people think a witch looks like, and we're going to have that for you by the end of this month. We're going to give it some time, going to give people an opportunity to answer me from listening to this podcast, and then we'll take it to the other level, which is we're taking it to the streets. As always, guys, I thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every one of you. This is a safe space, so if you ever need anything, whether it's pertaining to this particular episode or any other episode that you've listened to, please feel free to reach out. witchytip.com if you want to book a reading with me. I have the Magickal experience, February 2025. It's awesome. I'm so excited to bring it to you guys. We have a few spots left, so please go to the website witchytip.com and click on the link to learn all about the Magickal experience, and have an amazing, beautiful day, night, whatever time you're listening to it, at Awaken Magick.